Hey, it's HD TV Tech Guy, and today I'm going to be going over the Samsung UN50JS7000. I left a link in the description below to get a great deal on this model, so be sure to check that out. And you can also check out the user reviews as well and see what other people are saying about it. So I'm going to jump right into it. This model has a 50-inch LED screen, and I just want to say that since this is a 4K resolution, and the fact that it's a 50-inch screen, the ideal viewing distance to get the most immersive experience and get the most detail out of that 4K resolution is about 4.8 feet. So that's about where you're going to want to be sitting in order to see the most detail. Now that's not to say that a TV won't look great beyond 4.8 feet, because it will. That's just the sweet spot, so keep that in mind. One of my favorite things about this Samsung TV is the UHD dimming feature. And what this feature does is it precisely scans an incredible amount of zones across the entire screen, and it will automatically adjust the brightness in order to deliver deeper black levels and brighter white levels. And another advantage for this feature is it eliminates that halo effect that's common with LED screens, and it also greatly reduces image distortion, so you get awesome picture quality. Another cool feature with this TV is the contrast enhancer feature, and basically what this does is it will intelligently apply different levels of contrast on different objects, and it kind of gives you that 3D like effect, and it definitely increases the immersiveness of the TV. So this is an awesome feature that Samsung has that you won't find on other models. So obviously this one has a 4K resolution, and this is the biggest contributor to the picture quality. With the 4K resolution, you're getting 4 times as many pixels as 1080p. You get 8,294,400 pixels. So picture quality is not going to be an issue for you. If you haven't seen a 4K TV in person, be prepared to be blown away, because you get right up to the screen and it will still look extremely sharp and clear. As opposed to 1080p screens, when you start to get in close, you'll see some pixelation going on, and the image quality just doesn't retain its sharpness and clarity. And this TV does have UHD upscaling, so all of your non-4K content will be automatically upscaled to 4K. So obviously this isn't going to be as good as watching native 4K content, but it's definitely an improvement. So for other features, there's nano crystal technology, and what this feature does is it widens the color gamut, so you get much more realistic colors, and it'll also give you more vividness, and it'll just make the colors look a lot better. There's motion rate 120, so this is kind of your smooth motion feature. So if you watch sports, you can leave this enabled, and basically it just reduces the motion blur that you see on the screen. So I like to leave this feature off for other content, but for sports, definitely leave it on, because it will just make a much better experience, especially with fast-paced sports. So there's ultra clear panel as well, so if you have a heavily lit room with a lot of daylight coming in, this is going to greatly reduce reflections for you and definitely improve the experience. Obviously you have your smart apps. There's a quad-core processor, which is great because you get a snappy user interface. A lot of TVs without that quad-core tend to get really sluggish with the user interface, and you won't have that issue with this model. Obviously there's built-in Wi-Fi, and there's also a fully functional web browser as well. So I personally really like the design of this TV. It's extremely sleek looking. Has that ultra thin bezel, so there's no ugly border that will be distracting for you. The border is only 0.59 inches thick, so it's extremely sleek, and it does increase the immersiveness as well. So the profile is also really thin. It's only 1.77 inches thick. So you have that sleek design going for it, and it doesn't look bulky, and it's really going to look clean if you're mounting it up on the wall. And by the way, if you're mounting it, it's Visa 400 by 400, so that means that the holes on the rear of the display are 400 millimeters across and 400 millimeters down, so keep that in mind. This model weighs 29.5 pounds without the stand and 32 pounds with the stand. As for the inputs, there's 4 HDMI ports, 1 RF in, 1 component video in, 1 composite video in, 1 optical audio out, an audio out mini jack, an IR out, 3 USB ports, and an Ethernet port. So to conclude, I really like what I'm seeing with the UN50JS7000 by Samsung. It's a very sleek TV. It has a great picture quality, that 4K resolution, and I especially like the contrast enhancer and the UHD dimming features. So be sure to check out the link in the description below to get a great deal on this model, and you also read the user reviews and see what other people are saying about it. I hope you found this quick overview helpful.